Pioneer Library System is a 3-county library system in central Oklahoma. We have libraries in 10 cities across Cleveland, McLean, and Pottawatomie County. We have 12 locations among that area. Our service population is right at 391,000 people in our 3 counties, and that's scattered over just under 2,000 square miles. So it's a large area to cover in a day, and that's important to us because all of our branches are open 7 days a week, and we have an in-house courier service that delivers materials to different locations 6 days a week. So Monday through Saturday, we offer a courier service, which means you can get anything in any of our communities within about 2 days if it's checked in anywhere on the shelf. We've been in existence since 1958, and we were the first public library system that was established in Oklahoma, and we were established after what library folks then called a demonstration period. So it was with some federal grant money to actually test this idea of a library system. And Bill Lowry was our founding library director, and he was the Norman librarian, and he had this idea to see if we could share library services. And so they went through a 2-year demonstration time, and then in 1958 we became Pioneer Library System. And I think since that time we've been pioneering library services, not only in Oklahoma, but nationally and especially regionally. And we're very proud of that pioneer nature. We're governed by a 13-member board of trustees, and we appreciate the fact that they value that pioneering effort as well. And so we're heavy on the innovation side. Sometimes it feels like we're on the bleeding edge, but other times it feels like we are really charting the path for library services. And I think, following national trends, our physical circulation is declining, and I think that's happening all over for public libraries. And like many other public libraries, our digital checkouts is on a rapid trajectory, and it's increasing at about 20% annually. And I think kind of a fun fact about that is we see a really huge increase right after the holidays, I think, which means people got new devices for Christmas and their family said, go to the library. And often the first thing that we're helping customers do is to understand, take this cord, plug it in, take it home, power it up, come back, we'll help you get things set up. So I think just working with people and the variety of people that we serve daily is one of the things that I enjoy the most. I think our most kind of popular service right now is digital resources, as well as just all of our libraries being a sense of place, a place for citizens and community members to come in and collaborate on projects, as well as independent study and independent activities. And we see that happening more and more in all of our locations. I think it's more prevalent in our new locations where we have really designed those spaces to be public spaces. And we're here in the new Norman Public Library Central, and just in a quick walkthrough today looking for a place to do this member spotlight. Our locations were limited because so many spaces were filled with people doing collaborative work, and that's a great problem to have. We have a maker lab in many of our locations, and we see people coming in to do everything from 3D print a piece of a musical instrument that somehow they've lost or is broken, and to make a movie in our visual labs and our sound labs. And we have here in Norman a movie maker club, and high school students and middle school students come together a couple of times a week, and then at the end of the semester we do a red carpet rollout and they do a movie premiere. And it's exciting to see that caliber of STEM and STEAM things happening, that we're able to collaborate with our local school districts. I think my favorite part of library work is the people. We see thousands of people each day, a variety of folks, some that become regulars and that you kind of wonder, if you don't see them over the course of a few days, you kind of wonder what's happening in their life. And I think over the last year, we've worked 2 years really on developing a customer service philosophy. And I think that hinged around the idea that customer service is very important to us, and we want to make sure that we're providing consistent service across our service area from library to library. And through that work, our customer service philosophy of creating positive experiences for everyone was developed, and it's really a brand that we try to live by and something that we feel very fortunate to have so many staff members buying into that and really living each day, creating those positive experiences. Kind of an old project that was really important to me that I really appreciated. Back in 2015, we launched our mobile app. So we actually developed our own mobile app, and it really allows us to provide that same customer experience to our digital users. And sometimes those are users that we don't see them regularly. So oftentimes when we're talking about customer service or service as a whole, we don't account for those digital customers. And when we started looking at the number of third-party business partners that we have, and each of them require you to download your own app, and before long your phone is full of apps to use library services. So PLS Connect allows you to do that all within our library app. It stores your library card, allows you to simultaneously switch from a physical search to a digital search, allows you to see what events are going on in our libraries, to register for events. And in doing that, I think it really opened our staff's eyes to the physical customer, and comparing that to the digital customer, and understanding that we didn't have any libraries where we said, go to the Moore branch for picture books and head on over to Shawnee to get a video and go somewhere else for a different format. We really want to say you can come in the library and get any format that we have to offer. But we weren't providing that to our digital customers. So that was a goal. That was something that we saw come to fruition, and we continue to develop today and to maintain. And in doing that over the last year, I think that we're fine-tuning our focus on ICAP, which is an Oklahoma strategy with our State Department of Education, and it started this calendar school year. So every ninth grader has to have an individual career advancement program. So they're really, through experiential learning, trying to determine what career field they might want to go into. So we've been working closely with our school districts and our areas to be a place where we can enhance ICAP, and we currently have a pilot going on in our Moore location where it's called STEM PALS. So they are partnering with Prince George's Memorial Library in Maryland. They Zoom weekly, they do different STEM activities, and at each one of those Zoom meetings, they actually have a little career snapshot. So someone comes in, and they've had folks from Johns Hopkins University talking about different things in the medical field, to a local startup in Moore that has a marketing company. So, they've really got to hear a little 10-minute snapshot of a variety of careers, and we're currently looking to download those digital files into our catalog. So if you came into our catalog and you wanted to research, mechanical engineer, you might bring up a lot of physical books and digital materials, but you might also get a little 5-minute snapshot from a mechanical engineer talking about their career and how they got in that career and the kinds of things that they do. I think a monumental thing in the history of Pioneer, two things actually. We talked a little bit about our founding director. And so 2 years ago, we celebrated our 60th kind of anniversary of being a Pioneer Library System. And I'm the 4th director. So over the course of 62 years now, we've had 4 leaders at the helm. And I think that has really helped us keep that footprint of what we're trying to do. And it has really, we've had some strong leadership prior to me, certainly big shoes to fill. But throughout that, I believe it's allowed us to have that stability and to keep on this upward trajectory of being a pioneer. In 2012, we opened our 10th location in South Oklahoma City. In 2015, we purchased an old Borders bookstore and we did a renovation. We brought all of our administrative services back under one roof. We'd been scattered into 3 different facilities. And we offered to the city of Norman some space for a small branch library, and that was the inception of Norman Public Library West. In 2015, then that really sparked Norman Forward, which was a group of private business folks who came together to put together a quality of life package. It was about a $150 million package that included $43 million for new libraries. And so we have a new East Side Library that's 12,000 square feet, and we opened it in July of 2018. And just this past November, we opened this new Norman Central Library. So we're sitting across Andrews Park, which is where the old library was, and we've moved across the park into a state-of-the-art 78,624, I think, square feet. We're on track to be LEED Gold. We don't have our certification yet, but we're still really hoping that we'll be LEED Gold. Obviously, we'll be LEED Silver. So many different LEED components. I'm sitting out kind of over a green roof behind me. We have 96 geothermal wells out in the parking lot. We have a variety of lighting, lots and lots of natural daylight. And I'm sitting in front of a beautiful piece of artwork that was a part of Norman Forward. So 1% of construction cost is dedicated to public art. So we got great libraries and great art. And a really cool feature and something that we're trying to do is to find that balance between traditional library service and 21st century libraries. And I think in this building, we've really been able to do that very nicely. We partnered with the local Cleveland County Genealogical Society, and we converted about 12,000 of their items into our catalog, and it's here in a local history that is very traditional, floor-to-ceiling wood with some original tables that were in the 1964 building. We were able to bring them back over and put them in this library to really, bridge that gap between what some people still want as a traditional library, and yet what we know we have to have, which is that 21st century library. So it's an exciting time to be in libraries, and it's an exciting time to be leading Pioneer Library System, and it's an exciting time to be a business partner with Amigos Library Services. So thank you so much.